So you want to scoot forward on your chair so that your feet are flat and your back is upright rather than supported and sitting back. And you can just rest your hands somewhere in your lap, wherever's comfortable for you. And we'll take a few moments with eyes closed before we begin. So you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor. And begin to slow down your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And as a way of getting grounded, let your attention come all the way down to the base of your pose. Feel where you touch the floor, where you touch the chair. And then lengthen up away from that as tall as you can. So your spine is as long as possible. And as we move through class, anytime you notice that your mind has wandered onto something else, or you're checked out or overthinking, just as soon as you notice, see if you can come back and feel that you are breathing. It's always happening right now, something simple. And then maybe use your breath to explore the pose you're in, even if it's something very simple, like we're just sitting here right now. Could use your inhale to look for or create a little bit more spaciousness. The inhale already has this natural expanding quality. Could you sit a little taller, feel the torso a little more open? And each time you exhale, there's already a natural descending quality. You can probably feel it in the lungs and the rib cage. You might use that to see, is there anything to release? Could you sit here just as tall with a little less effort? Your face relaxed, shoulders dropping, grounding down. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus. And feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. So let's take the right arm up and over. And you can use your left hand or arm wherever it supports you. Keeping both sit bones grounded, look for a big side stretch through the right side. And start to circle your right arm back behind you. Make the biggest circle possible for your shoulder joint. So it doesn't have to be as big as I'm making it or any bigger than you can, but don't skip over the hard parts. If anything, slow them down. So you're exploring the places that may be a little tight or creaky or weak. Finish up the circle you're on. Coming back to your side stretch. Now let your head fall down towards your left shoulder and then take your right arm out and down until your right shoulder pulls down, so you're stretching right side of the neck. Don't lift your other shoulder to meet your ear. Both shoulders are dropping, but a little bit more through the right shoulder. Keeping your spine tall right up to the base of your neck. And then rotate your chin to your chest and come over to the other side and go back and forth a couple times. And then come up to neutral. We'll take the same thing other side. Left arm up and over. Big reach out. And then circle your arm way back behind you, as far back as you can. So each of us probably have a range of motion we're comfortable with, familiar with, and then there's what's just beyond that. What's possible? Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. Let your head fall towards your right shoulder and then take the left arm out and down until your left shoulder reaches down, stretching left side of your neck. And then rotate your chin to your chest. Go over to the first side and then back and forth a couple times. Half circles, watching as the sensation moves from one side over to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down. So the weight of your arms is just resting on the back of your head. The rest of the spine is tall, right up to the base of the neck. And just allowing the weight of your arms to draw your head down, stretching the back of the neck. Release the arms down, head floats back up. Let's take the right arm up. We're going to bend it straight back on itself, so you touch your same shoulder, grab your elbow, and then take it back as far back as you can. So you're exploring what's possible, and inevitably, this is sometimes going to be uncomfortable. And you get to moderate how much discomfort you are with today. As we go towards what's tight, there's a good chance it's going to become less tight. But even if nothing changes, we can acclimate to the feeling of tightness such that it's not too uncomfortable, something we can be with. And the good news for that is if you don't use it, you lose it. If you keep avoiding what's tight, it's pretty surely going to keep getting tighter. So this is good medicine, going all the way there. Let's release, right arm up, open it out, take it across. You can hook with the other arm and then hug it in as close as you can. As you do this, you might notice your right shoulder pulling forward. See if you can draw it back so you're still square across your chest, still even, feeling your sit bones into the chair, lengthening up away from that. And then release. Right arm out. Rotate your thumb to point down. Wrap it around behind your back. So back of your hand is at your waist or towards that. Interlace fingers at your waist. And see if you can pull your knuckles around towards the front, just as much as you're able. Elbows go towards one another. And then circle your right shoulder. While you're feeling whatever you're feeling, can your breath be steady? Can you relax your face? Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back. Open up the chest. Roll your shoulders open. You can stay upright here or fold forward. And folding might be just dropping your head, or some of you might come part way or all the way over your lap.
Perhaps even reaching arms up and back away from you and just working with your body. There's no one way any of this should look or feel or be. We are all just using these tools to explore our limits right where they are right now. Release, come up, and then take a couple big shoulder circles. Up and back and down. Let's take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, and then take it back. Feel around inside the pose. Maybe you want to experiment. Any movement, anything you do will have an effect. So you're welcome to use these poses as opportunities to feel your body. What do you notice here? And then release. Arm up, open it out, bring it across. Hook with the other arm, hug it in close. As you do this, draw back through your shoulders. You're still square across the chest. Release, arm out. Rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top, the way you don't normally cross. Knuckles towards the front, elbows towards one another, and then circle your left shoulder. And it's so natural to want to avoid discomfort. It's a very natural inclination. So it takes some conscious overriding to really go into it, not avoiding the hard parts, but slowing down and getting curious about them. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back. Lift the heart. Stay upright or fold forward. And release. Take a couple big shoulder circles up and back and down. Let's take a twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg, your right hand somewhere on the chair behind you, wherever it comfortably reaches. Lengthen and twist. And each inhale, see if you can lengthen a little bit more. Each exhale, see if you can twist a little more. So breath by breath, you're easing into the pose a little bit deeper. Keep going in this direction, but turn your head the opposite way, like you're wringing out your spine. And then release and switch. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotate. And breath by breath. Is there more? Even if you're just imagining it energetically, lengthening, energetically twisting. Keep going in this direction, but turn your head the other way. And then release. Back around to the front. Let's interlace fingers in front and put a little pressure between your arms like you're trying to pull them apart. And that can help spread between the shoulder blades, getting into the upper back. And then release arms out to the side. Flex your palms. Pull your fingers up and back towards your body. As you do this, reach out through the base of your hand even more. See if you can find where your spine is neutral and tall. Curl from fingertips down and in as if you're trying to touch your forearm with your fingers. And then flex again, fingers up. Curl down. And then keep reaching out and circle your wrists. Big circles. Feel all those little muscles of the forearm flexing and stretching in both directions. And then shake that out a little. All right, let's take a hip stretch. So we're going to cross the right ankle right above your left knee. Try and have your left foot under your knee in line with your hip. Sit tall, and if your knee is high, just drop it as much as you can. You might even use your hand to help. And then fold any amount. So folding might just be the idea of folding and there's nowhere to go. You're meeting your edge right where it is. Some of you might come a little lower. You can use your hands to support you or your elbows and keep lengthening. Head away from your sit bones. Keep releasing forward, looking for a nice stretch on the right outer hip. Let's bring the upper body back up. Straighten that right leg out. Maybe at hip height, if that feels too high, take it lower. Find where it works for you. Flex and point. Really deep flex, full point. Can you sit tall while you do that? And then circle your ankle. A couple big circles, both directions. Release down. Same thing other side. I'm going to cross the left ankle right above your right knee. Foot under knee in line with hip. Sit tall, dropping that left knee down. Lengthen and fold. And keep lengthening, keep folding. And then release. Let's extend the leg out. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times. And release down. So you can go ahead and sit back in your chair. Let your back relax back. We're going to do a little self-facial massage. If you have things on your face, glasses, masks, anything, you might want to take that off for this. And if this isn't something you want to do, like everything, you can skip it. So if you'd like to join me, we'll start by rubbing the palms together, getting some heat and energy in the hands. And then place your palms over your eyes, sealing out the light, encouraging your eyes to not only close, but relax back. Eyes can get overworked with a lot of looking at screens, with a lot of looking up close. So it's great to take little breaks. Looking far is a good way to relax the eyes. Palming, what we're doing now, is a good way to relax the eyes. Keeping eyes closed and relaxed, you can bring your fingertips to the center of the forehead. And then rub from the center of the forehead towards the temples. And you can keep coming back to the center and then spread towards the sides of the face. Good firm pressure. You might use your fingertips or thumbs. If you find a place that's tender, you could rub it with little circles or hold it with steady pressure. And then bringing your fingertips to either side of your nose, getting into the sinus area, pressing and spreading towards the sides of the face. Working along your cheekbone. And following it all the way to the side of the face where your jaw connects to your skull, finding that hinge joint just by your ear. You might open and close your mouth to feel where it is, how it works, and all around there can be quite tight. Strong jaw muscle, little pressure points under your ear. Could even give your earlobes a squeeze or pull. And then working along your jawline to your chin, give the chin a pinch or press. And then take the heels of the hands and make a couple big circles into the cheeks, massaging the cheeks into the cheekbones and teeth. And then go back over any area that need a little extra work. You can also give your scalp a rub, like a dry shampoo. You might give your own neck and shoulders a little squeeze. When you're done, smooth over your face as if you just washed your face. You're wiping away the water, wiping away any last bit of tension. You can shake it out of your arms. And just check in with the rest of your body. Is there anything you need to do to be comfortable? I'm going to take a few moments of stillness and a seated relaxation. You can close your eyes or take a soft gaze. And you can let go of the control of your breath. A few moments of not doing anything, nothing to accomplish, nothing to fix or figure out. Simply being. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe deepen your breath again. Just increase this movement gradually. Eventually taking a big stretch, like a big full body yawn. You can scoot forward on your chair. Bring hands together at your heart. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for chair yoga.